If you've ever wished your older car had the modern tech of Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, but without spending thousands on a brand new ride, this video is for you. Today, we're diving into the PLZ 7-inch wireless double-din car stereo with Apple CarPlay, a budget-friendly upgrade that promises to give your car a complete tech refresh. Is it worth the money, and how does it actually perform in real-world use? Let's find out. First impressions and design. The first thing you'll notice when unboxing the PLZ 7-inch wireless double-din car stereo is that it doesn't feel like a cheap off-brand radio, even though it's priced far lower than premium options from Pioneer, Sony, or Alpine. The 7-inch touchscreen dominates the design. It's bright, decently sharp, and surprisingly responsive for this price point. The bezels are slim enough that it doesn't feel outdated, and the overall unit looks clean once installed. On the front, you get a simple, minimalist button layout that's easy to use while driving. And unlike some budget head units, the PLZ doesn't scream aftermarket once it's installed. It blends in well with most car interiors. Installation and setup. Now, installation will vary depending on your vehicle, since this is a double-din unit, meaning you'll need that size slot available. If your car currently has a factory double-din stereo, installation is straightforward with the right dash kit and wiring harness. One nice bonus, PLZ includes pretty detailed installation instructions. Of course, if you're not comfortable with car wiring, I'd recommend having a professional do it, but many users report being able to install it themselves in an afternoon. Once installed, setup is a breeze. Pairing with your phone is quick, and the unit supports both wired and wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. That means you can plug in for the fastest, most stable connection, or go wireless if you don't want to deal with cables. Features and functionality. So what do you actually get once it's up and running? Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. This is the main selling point. Whether you're an iPhone or Android user, you can access your maps, music, messages, and apps directly on the screen. Navigation with Google Maps or Apple Maps is smooth, and music apps like Spotify, Pandora, or Apple Music all work flawlessly. Bluetooth connectivity. The stereo offers Bluetooth 5.0, which means faster pairing and more stable connections compared to older models. Phone calls are crisp, and the built-in mic does a solid job of picking up your voice without too much road noise. Mirror link mode. For phones that don't support CarPlay or Android Auto, there's still an option to mirror your screen directly onto the stereo. Not as smooth as CarPlay, but a handy fallback. Audio customization. This unit comes with a 16-band EQ, multiple sound presets, and support for subwoofers and amplifiers. If you're someone who cares about audio quality, this is a huge plus. It lets you really fine-tune your setup. Rear view camera support. A backup camera is included in the box. Once hooked up, shifting into reverse automatically brings up the camera feed. It's not the highest resolution, but it's definitely useful for parking and adds value for the price. Performance in real-world use. Alright, let's talk performance, because that's where budget stereos usually cut corners. The touchscreen responsiveness is surprisingly good. It's not as smooth as an iPad, but it registers taps and swipes quickly with very little lag. For basic navigation through menus, it's more than acceptable. Wireless CarPlay and Android Auto work well most of the time. There can be slight delays when loading apps or maps, but once connected, it runs smoothly enough that most drivers won't notice. Wired mode, of course, is faster and more reliable, so if you want zero lag, plugging in your phone is still the best option. Sound quality is impressive for the price. Out of the box, it's clear and balanced, but with EQ adjustments, you can get really rich bass and crisp highs, especially if you have upgraded speakers. Many reviewers have noted it sounds as good as units that cost double the price. Bluetooth calls are clear, and streaming audio doesn't cut out or drop, even on longer drives. The rear-view camera is a nice addition, though don't expect Ultra HD quality. It's more about functionality than clarity. Who is this stereo for? So who would actually benefit from the PLZ 7-inch wireless double-din car stereo? If you have an older car with no touchscreen, no CarPlay, and no backup camera, this is a massive upgrade for a fraction of the cost of a premium unit. It's perfect for drivers who want the essentials: navigation, music, hands-free calling, without dropping $500 or more. It's also great for DIY enthusiasts who don't mind tackling their own installation and want to save money. That said, if you demand absolute premium build quality, super polished software, and the brightest screen possible, you'll probably still want to look at Pioneer, Sony, or Alpine. Pros and cons. Let's break it down with the good and the bad. Pros. Affordable price compared to big-name competitors. Supports both wireless and wired Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Clear customizable sound with 16-band EQ and subwoofer support. Included rear-view camera adds extra value. Responsive touchscreen for the price. Clean, modern design that fits well in most cars. Cons. Screen brightness could be higher in direct sunlight. Wireless CarPlay has occasional lag compared to wired. Backup camera quality is basic. Build quality is good, but not quite premium. Final verdict. So, what's the final verdict on the PLZ 7-inch wireless double-din car stereo with Apple CarPlay? For the price, this thing is hard to beat. It delivers the core features most people want: CarPlay, Android Auto, Bluetooth, and a backup camera, in a package that looks good and works reliably. Yes, there are a few compromises like screen brightness and occasional wireless lag, but nothing that ruins the experience. If you want a modern infotainment system without breaking the bank, this is absolutely worth considering. I'd give the PLZ 7-inch wireless double-din car stereo a solid 8.5 out of 10. It's not perfect, but for the money, it's one of the best values out there. If you're ready to upgrade your car with the PLZ stereo, I've dropped a link in the description below. Click it to check the latest price on Amazon and see if it's the right fit for your ride. And don't forget, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and drop a comment if you want me to review other car tech or audio gear. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.